Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu has joined a group of demonstrators marching through the streets of Johannesburg against gender-based violence. The national lockdown saw a 54% increase in new GBV cases. Zulu's message is that gender-based violence is a violation of human rights. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu reports.
Well, it is a demonstration calling for an end to gender-based violence, and right now we're here at Constitutional Hill where those demonstrators have come here, gathering here, calling for an end to the scourge. Of course, it comes just days before we celebrate Human Rights Day here in South Africa, and really these demonstrators calling for the rights of women to be respected, and saying that there should be an end to gender-based violence and femicide in this country. But we have seen quite a lot of men leading from the front in terms of this demonstration that we saw here with the Minister of Social Development. And I want to speak to one of the groups that is here now, which is ACT Now, and I'm joined now by Tebogo Lerule from this particular group. Tebogo, your message here today, what is it that you're saying as ACT Now on gender-based violence?
As ACT Now, we are standing firmly and we are supporting the Department of Social Development. We are supporting all organizations that are standing up against gender-based violence and femicide. And today, as we all know, is in commemoration of Human Rights Day. And we all know very well that in 1960, the Sharpeville massacre left many black families without fathers, without uncles, without brothers, etc., etc. And this then being what affected many families, many black families, talking about family nucleuses. And this is the challenge that we're trying to correct today. We're trying to fix that narrative to say to the men, as much as apartheid has affected us, we are saying we need to become responsible citizens. We need to make sure that South Africa is a safe country for both women and children of this nation. By mentioning children, I'm standing here with the Youth League wing of ACT Now. They have joined the fight, they have joined the stance, they've joined our cause, and they were saying, and we are saying enough is enough to all the men that are perpetrators. And we are also pleading and asking the women that speak out. We are very, very, very much proud with the fact that women are speaking out and women are raising their voices. Back then, women were kept mute, and back then, the laws were not allowing women to speak out and share their stories of being affected in their homes. So as men of ACT Now, we are saying we are going to make sure that all the streets of South Africa, all the corners of South Africa, in the bedrooms especially, the men need to change their mentality, the men need to change and, be remorseful for once. Allow the women to be equal as men.
Okay, I have to say that that's not quite what we're seeing, though. When we look at the crime statistic, we're still seeing quite a high number of cases of femicide and gender-based violence. And surely this message is not trickling down to men. So what is your message to the men here today?
I would like to correct you. The more cases that we are receiving simply means the more women are reporting, which is the most important thing. Back then, there were no cases because there were lesser cases because women were afraid. But we are saying to the men, we are going to make the scourge, we're going to make this pandemic taboo. We're going to make sure that the men that are perpetrators will fear walking the streets of this country, because we need to put the shame on them. We need to make them famous. We need to make sure that the entire country knows who are these perpetrators. They need to know who are these abusers. They need to know who are these rapists. And away with the days where we are constantly profiling the women that have been victimized and the women that are survivors. They are not the issue here. The issue is men like me, men that feel like they're going to have a 5-minute enjoyment moment by raping a young child who has no power to fight a fully grown man. That's what we are trying to say here. We want them to change their mindset. We want behavioral change in the men as well as the boys, because we also have a high teenage pregnancy in schools, which is absurd, which is totally unacceptable.
Okay. Thank you very much. It was Tebogo Lerule who speaks on behalf of this organization, ACT Now, calling on men to also take a stand against gender-based violence.